Marcus Rogers. I'm on YouTube and I'm looking at something he put out a few days ago, and he mentioned something about um, having specific instructions from God. Also, he mentioned hearing God's voice. The only way you would know God's voice and truly know that is God is if you are in a relationship with Him. You have to be in a relationship with God to know His voice, to know that He's giving you specific instructions. And that comes with spending time with Him, spending time seeking Him and His Word, getting into that space, that area where you and Him can connect with each other. Because I look at it as, I look at it like, okay, God is your husband. I'm going to use that because I'm married. Let's say, okay, God is your husband, and God is your husband, and you are his wife. Okay, in order for a successful marriage to prosper, is the man and the woman has to spend time with each other. That's why I look at other couples and they rip and rave about date night. They make date night a priority no matter what. And not only date night, but just being intimate with each other, whether it's once a week or twice a week, or 4 times out the month, 7 times out of the month, however many times you want to be intimate with each other. Because what happens is you have that disconnect in your relationship, and then your mind goes to thinking you know about, oh, well, I wonder what he's doing, I wonder what she's doing, this, that, and the third, versus having that date night or having that intimate relationship with each other and communicating with each other. So he said some good things then, and I agree with him 110%. You have got to have a relationship with the Father to know his voice, to know that the instructions he gave you is coming from him. Because you're going to have those people that want to limit you. You're going to have those people that, are you sure that's what God said? This, that, and the third. Listen, everything is not for you to tell everybody. You have to keep some things to yourself and keep it between you and Jehovah. Because what they're going to do, I call them dream killers. That's what I call them. And they're going to discourage you. But if you are bold and firm in the Lord, there won't be nothing to stop you. Nothing to stop you. You know not to tell them anything else. You know to back up and do your, you know what I'm saying, do your thing or whatever. That's how you learn certain people, by when you tell them things, how they counteract on it, what comes after you tell them, and vice versa. And vice versa. We all, right now in this season, I am researching and educating myself on choices. And it started from a simple passage in Genesis, when Cain and Abel were up for to do a sacrifice, and God favored Abel's sacrifice over Cain, and Cain got so upset, and God said what he said to Cain. And but these words that will forever stick with me. He said to Cain, you have got to master your attitude. You have got to master it. So that let me know God already knew what Cain was going to do to Abel, but he gave him a choice. and the choice was in the palm of his hands. And a lot of time, God gives us choices, and we always end up, 80% of the time, we make the wrong choice. But he gives us warning, and he also gives us choices. And we also have choices to make. It can be a good choice or a bad choice. The choice is still ours. You can choose to do whatever it is you want to do. That's your choice. Don't put the way how you was raised or the way how you grew up and no. The choice was yours. You chose to live that way. You chose to do certain things. You chose to not prosper. You chose to not speak, bring manifestation into your life. That was your choice. So, with all of that being said, you have got to have a relationship with the Father. When you have that relationship with him, I promise you, he will blow your mind. He will absolutely breathe life into you, into your very soul. He will. But if there is no relationship, he can't do anything. He can't do anything with it. And he cannot work in your life. But once you start having a relationship, baby steps. Baby steps. That's all he's asking for. It's time. Time. I can hear him. I can hear God say, baby, you take the first step and I got the rest of the way. I can hear him say that. I just want you to put your best foot forward. And when you do that, I got you. I got you, girl. And that to me, that right there gives me strength and hope. Amen.